All right, morning. Usually don't do a morning in a place, I guess. Usually walking while doing the morning. But thought y'all deserved an update. This isn't a hiking video per se, but kind of a lot of stuff has gone on since we finished. So almost 2 weeks to the day since we finished, March 1st, and life has a way of working itself out. So when we finished, I had planned on filming at least a lot of our travels around New Zealand. We're going to be traveling for about a month, somewhere in that ballpark. But again, life doesn't work out the way you always plan. So I'm going to update you a little bit about what's been going on. When we did finish, almost instantly, the day after we finished, I got a call from a family member that another family member was in crisis. There was a family event that was kind of building up to a certain point, and that point had been reached pretty much as soon as I finished the hike. And so that kind of left me in a flux of a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, wondering if I had to, that day, hop on a flight. But after a few talks, they said, just make your way back here as soon as possible. You don't need to hop on the flight the next day, but do make your way here as soon as possible. So very stressful. The first 2 days we finished the hike, we hopped on a bus to Invercargill, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and just kind of zombified, relaxed, kind of got our head on straight, ate a lot of food, just stayed at a cheap motel in Invercargill and kind of explored the town a little bit, mostly just ate food, and I was on the phone for like 3 or 4 hours a day, just trying to find some comfort and like understand what was going on more. So after that, and after I was told just make your way back as soon as possible, we had booked our ride to Stewart Island. Originally I wanted to do the Rakaya track and ultimately the longer 4 or 5 day track around Rakaya, but my time window went from a month to as soon as possible. So we were just going to go over there to be tourists for like a day and just say we went over there. So we popped over to Stewart Island, checked out Ulva Island, mostly just wanted to say we'd been to Stewart Island, so don't know where the next opportunity is going to be. So we went over there, came back to Invercargill, and then caught a bus from Invercargill up to the little town of Timaru, where we spent a few nights, again, just trying to have a home base and like get situated. Magpie was very understanding in the process and very supportive. I felt really guilty about not being home, but I also felt very guilty about leaving her in New Zealand for a trip after trail that we planned together. But again, after a lot of talks with family as well as with Magpie, the right decision was to head home and be there for this family member. So yeah, after Timaru, we took a bus up to Christchurch and were there for a few hours and got a meal and then went to the airport motel, and then I was on a flight. So within a little over a week, I was on a flight back to the States. Had to scramble to get last minute flights, had to scramble to get last minute cheaper flights, even though no flight is necessarily cheap to or from New Zealand to the States, but really had to scramble. And really every day leading up to my flight back to the States, which was way sooner than anticipated, ultimately, yeah, it was going to be for a long time, I was just stressed, restless, anxious, which wasn't really the way that I perceived experiencing New Zealand after our hike as full-blown tourists and like enjoying it and like having a good time. But again, life works out in weird ways, and it's the right decision. Magpie is still in New Zealand, so she would probably love if any of y'all watching would like to meet up with her, talk trail. I know some of y'all reached out to me specifically via email or text about trying to meet up in different towns, and I apologize that I wasn't responsive immediately, but there was a lot of stuff I was dealing with, and If we would have had more time, I would have loved to, but with how accelerated that timeline became and how kind of important making the right dominoes go into effect to be able to get back and be there for my family, it just wasn't feasible within those 7 to 8 days, 9 days that I was in New Zealand after the hike. So yeah, that's kind of the update. I did film bits and pieces of every day in New Zealand just for the sole fact of like, I wanted at least one video clip each day. I didn't do a lot of talking like this to the camera because really I wasn't in the headspace for that. There was a lot of, I was talked out. Again, each day I spent like 3 or 4 hours on the phone. Just emotions were very turbulent, just kind of all over the place. One, finishing trail, you already have turbulent emotions, and then dealing with this kind of family crisis, another big thing. So yeah, didn't really do a lot of talking to the camera to tell you what was going on in these video clips, but I did film each day. So this video, yeah, kind of an update video. I'm gonna, after this monologue or whatever it's called, compress all those video clips into the back end of this video just so you can see like our progression. Hopefully if I did talk to the camera, it didn't sound too upset, but it was a ride. It was a wild ride. I'm still trying to get my head on straight. I've been back now for 2 days, 3 days, and that time change to Eastern time is, baby, it's tough from New Zealand. So I'm still trying to get my own head on straight. Kind of got instantly put into the family's orbit and the cycle of what's going on and being supportive and being there. So I kind of haven't had a moment to breathe, but that's okay. That's what you do for loved ones. It was the right decision to come back early, even though New Zealand's nothing but gorgeous. It was a wonderful time spending it with Magpie, but it was the right decision. There was really no other decision. You show up for your family. You show up for your loved ones, no matter who they are, partner, family, chosen family. Now I'm just rambling. But yeah, that's the update. I don't know what more I have to say. I'm going to slap those videos on here, kind of show you what we did for those days. I'm probably going to be a lot of food film. And then I might tie off this video if I think of anything else after I'm creating it. But I thought you all deserved an update. Would have loved to be able to get to Australia from New Zealand. Would have loved to be able to get to Southeast Asia, since you're already on that side of the world. A lot of stuff. There's a lot of plans for tourism, hiking, doing other stuff since we already were on that side of the world. But again, you can choose your plans, but you can't choose life. I guess you can choose your life, but life works out in the way it works out. And I'm just kind of beating a dead horse here. There's only one decision to make, and you show up. You show up for your family, your loved ones, and you be there. You'd be there for the people that you love. So yeah, here's the video. I guess in the next week or so, I might update you with what this next year is going to look like for hiking wise, work wise, all that type of stuff. But again, got to get the head on straight first, and then I'll be able to come out with something. So that's it. If I keep talking, I'm going to just keep rambling. All right, let's go watch the slideshow. I don't even know what this is going to be. So it's going to be interesting for me to watch this too. I wasn't in a good headspace when I was filming these things. So I'm going to watch what this is.
Life jacket demonstration. In the event of emergency, the signal will be 7 short blasts, 5 long blasts on the ship's wall. If you hear that signal, proceed down to the main deck, turn into the muster station. This is a coastal life jacket rivet.
I haven't filmed anything that said where we are. Wonder if people can guess from the context clues. Oh, disregard that sign. Don't look at that sign. That would be cheating. Okay, you may have guessed it. We are in Stewart Island. So haven't filmed a whole lot. We finished up hiking on the 15th. 16th, we got a ride to Invercargill around 2 o'clock. Checked into a motel there. Stayed there the 16th, 17th, 18th. Recouping, as well as like looking at our logistics to set plans in motion for what we wanted to do with the rest of New Zealand. There might be a hitch in the plans. Something pretty personal. Not Magpie, not Magpie and I, but something pretty personal, I guess, in my family happened that may change the trajectory of some of those dominoes, but that's why I haven't been filming a lot. I've been on the phone multiple hours every day, and we had this domino in effect, and it was still early enough that we hopped on it. So today is...
There's no ice machine.
Today is the 19th, and on Stewart Island. I don't know what we're going to do on Stewart Island per se.
I'm going to go look at some birds.
We're going to go look at some birds. I asked the people at the museum if you could run the Rakaya track.
And they were like, no.
No, I said don't, but it's only 16 miles, so...
But it's also New Zealand.
It is also New Zealand. But I may just end up trying to run it anyway. Tomorrow. We'll see. I really don't know. So, I don't know if I'm even going to do anything with this footage, but look at our view. Look at our view. This ain't bad. This ain't bad. Alright. Being a tourist is pretty nice. Camera doesn't see anything. Good job, camera. Good job. You got your boarding pass, eh?
It's a leaf.
It's a leaf.
It's a leatherized leaf.
Uh-huh.
You filming me?
Yeah. I quit. I walked the entire length of New Zealand, but you put stairs in my way. Afterwards, I quit. Just rude. Just rude. That's a joke. It's a joke. I like the infrastructure here. They did a good job. Ooh. What you doing, Weka? What you doing?
Dude, get your face out of my
It's
bag.
also helping you look. You look for spoon, it looks for spoon.
It's like there's food in there. I can smell it.
Weka, 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 weka. What a bold bird.
No fear. None at all.
Hello, Weka.
Are you gonna let me eat my yogurt?
That wasn't very nice, Weka.
I went and pulled the oyster catcher's tail.
Okay, do you want to check it?
Yeah, I'll have a look and see what the prices are like. Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. Even if it does even if it does a little cold and rainy, we're still gonna have a nice time.
It's full beach park mode.
And like,
Pretty. You pretty blonde. We call you Marilyn Monroe.
Why? Because she's a pretty blonde.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a pretty little blonde?
Hey, fluffers.
Hello, fluffers.
they know how to do an eggs benny.
Huh?
They really know how to do an eggs benny around here. And
Yeah.
I'm wearing real people clothes.
Do you think they have hot sauce?
I don't know.
Love it. Yeah.
Take a video right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm in a bikini. He's in his belly. It's actually not very warm out right now.
No.
I just want to be in the sun.
I know. We booked a beach vacation. For the past 2 days, it's been pouring rain. So today, no matter what, we were coming to the beach. We can see it from where we are. So we have to at least set foot on it. Tomorrow should be better. The 4 days that we booked a beach stay are the coldest.
When we booked it, the weather was going to be like hot.
Yeah.
And now it's been raining.
It's been like 11 degrees Celsius.
It's just chilling. It's like 45.
I don't know. It's too cold.
It's 50 degrees or something.
Yeah. Oh wow. Still pretty.
The face of peace.
Those mountains definitely just got a dusting. Today's like the first warm weather day in the past 4 days. It's been raining and we can actually finally see the mountains that surround this little town. And it is gorgeous. Morning. So today is February 26th, and I haven't been doing a whole lot of filming. And talking, and I'll explain that and I'll splice it into the video. But I've been capturing at least one video clip a day. A lot's been going on for the past 10 days that we finished trail. Just haven't had the mental energy to film a whole lot and talk a whole lot because I'll expand upon it, but having a lot of family issues right now, so have had to handle that. But what when I started this film, and why I wanted to splice this in for once I do the full pack film later, is these two pieces of gear. So they lasted is a word. The trekking poles I did carry all the way to the end. They stopped working pretty much on the South Island.
Yeah.
As soon as we got over, like, one does not extend at all. The nubs are no longer nubby. Well, they're always nubby, but there's no traction. Yeah, you put any pressure on them, it just kind of slides down. So these are garbage.
There's also this.
Yeah. But I did make it. I had a goal, and I completed that goal. My goal was to carry a useless trekking pole all the way to the end of the trail, which I accomplished. So, yay me. And then these superiors. So I've had people ask me like how they held up. As you can see, it's mostly flip-flop at this point. But somehow I got really lucky. So the last day I meant to film this when we went to go touch the terminus, but just emotion got the best of us. And the last day, this piece was like held together by a thread. And then all of a sudden it just blew out, like pretty much as soon as we touched the terminus. So this pair of shoes got the entire South Island, but now they are flip-flops, so they are also trash. And I'll do rest of gear video possibly later, but I wanted to show the shoes and the trekking poles. So we got to pack up this mess. We got a bus to catch, and can't talk. Bus to catch in the next hour, a little bit past. So we'll pack up, make it to our next jumping off point where a lot's gonna happen again, and I'll catch you up there. Hopefully I'll have time to like collect myself and think and be able to explain what's been happening these past 10 days in New Zealand. A lot of great things, but a lot of also hard things. So I'll catch up with you soon.
Spaghetti that's on the ground.
Yeah, she's so cute.
I want this dog so much.
I wanted this dog. I wanted this dog. Oh, yeah. Oh, I wanted this dog. Oh, I wanted this dog. Oh, I got this one.
Very pretty Riverside Market. Riverside Market.
That guy was gonna get attacked by the swan, but he didn't.
I thought you were just looking at the. I thought you were taking in the atmosphere and looking at the pretty stuff, and you're just like, I wanted to see a guy get attacked by a
Well,
swan.
that's how it started, and then I was like, that guy's trying to touch the
Oh
swan.
my
I don't think
God.
the swan's gonna like that.
Perception is reality. We were in very two different worlds at that point. Very pretty.
American Airlines. You are why we fly.
But I don't know if you're allowed to actually be on the.
No, but do a day ferry.
They like drive around it. I don't think you're allowed to step foot on it. So that brings us to where we are today, March 1st. Video will probably get uploaded March 2nd or March 3rd. Don't know yet what day, but yeah, that was kind of the footage of New Zealand. Rewatched it, and like I said, a lot of food. Didn't do a whole lot of talking, but yeah, I think that's the update. As this next week progresses, I hope to have time to make more cohesive videos, and of course the phone's ringing as soon as I start this. Make more cohesive videos about the trip. Maybe do like segment type stuff or just like informational type stuff. Really don't know yet. Again, all my plans have been poof, just way out. So gonna try to get, I've said this one too many times, gonna try to get on the head on straight, try to start using this next week, and if I have any spare time or energy for planning for a little bit more videos, maybe some updates on what this year's like, because now we're in springtime in the northern hemisphere, I think, US, Canada area. So hiking season is actually starting. Don't know, again, what that's going to look like. I feel like I'm just saying in this video a lot of I don't know, and I guess that's the point I am. Yeah, when plans get thrown for all awry, you got to go with the flow. Just try to figure it out. I don't know. So yeah, I think if I talk more, I'm on the border of rambling again. I feel like I wanted to say something more. That might be it. Yeah, TA, awesome trail. Looking forward to this year, looking forward to what I hypothetically have down the pipeline. Got to work with some puzzle pieces, see what that looks like. And off-trail podcast. Magpie and I did record a few episodes about the Taylor Trail that I hope to edit and be able to publish here within, again, the next week or so. Wish we had time for more. We kind of focused on the North and the South Island. Wish we had a ballpark one as well. And then I was also going to use a lot of the time in New Zealand to start recording more new episodes for the Off-Trail podcast. But as you saw, as you heard, wasn't really in the right spot to do that. So life's going to keep on moving. Just got to get into that spot. So that's it. That's the update. I feel like the update was an update without really being an update. But at least it lets you know where the mindset is, what happened, what's coming down the pipeline, at least in theory, or at least knowing that there's plans that are coming down the pipeline. But that's it. That's the video. Got nothing else to say. I wish I had a dog to film, but there was also no dog around here to film. So maybe I'll have to go find a dog.